The end of the world doesn't start with a scream. It starts with a light so bright it erases your shadow. And you have already made your first mistake. You looked, you froze, you raised a phone. Fallout can start falling in about 15 minutes. And every second of curiosity is a second your kids are still above ground. For 100 days, the hatch stays shut. One family on screen will break every rule so you don't. By day 100, you'll know. Did the bunker save your family? Or become the quietest place they die? Day 1. Let's rewind to that mistake. The one you made before the hatch even closed. Outside, the world is ending, and someone in your family is standing at the top of the stairs, phone raised. Just checking. The movies get this wrong. The light comes first, silent. The sound comes later. And the fallout can start falling in about 15 minutes. That's your entire budget for getting everyone underground, counting heads, and sealing the door. Miss it, and the hatch is just a metal lid on a bad decision. 100 miles downwind of a nuclear event, without shelter, experts warn your chance of surviving the fallout trends towards zero. The bunker only changes that if you're in it. Sealed, on time. Secret. Day 1 is not about courage, it's about seconds. Seal first, look never. Curiosity is the first thing that kills people who thought they were ready. Remember that. It comes back on day 3. Day 3. The silence is worse than the noise. And that's when someone says the sentence that ends families. What if we just open it for a second? A child cries for the sky. An adult reaches for the wheel. Because a second is all early fallout needs to turn your seal into a story you never get to tell. What they don't tell you. Early fallout is not a little dust. It's a timer. Here's the rough rule soldiers still learn, the 7-10 rule. After about 7 hours, radiation outside can drop to 1/10 of its first hour peak. Then again, after about 49 hours. Then again after 2 weeks. Time is literally healing the outside, as long as the door stays shut. Open on day 3, and you light that progress on fire. That's why your 3 feet of packed earth matter. That mass between your family and the sky is the whole reason you're alive. Mistake number 2, treating the hatch like a window. It's not a window, it's a life support system. Day 7. You solved the door. Congratulations, now the bunker tries to drown you. Secret. The thing that ruins more shelters than radiation is water. Ask the men who build bunkers for billionaires what the real enemy is. Their answer on record. The enemy to a bunker is water. If a bunker floods, it's ruined. Flood the shell. Food dies, filters clog, cold never leaves. Dry walls are not comfort, they are survival. And while water attacks from outside, thirst attacks from inside. 4 liters per person per day. A family of 5? 20 liters a day. 140 liters for the first week alone. Look at your bottled water right now and do that division. Billionaires pay $150,000 and up for a single shelter unit, and the builder still says water ruins it. Your 2 cases of bottles, that's a weekend, not a plan. Mistake number 3, counting meals and forgetting liters. If water wins inside the bunker, the outside world doesn't have to. Day 14. This is when most families discover they didn't have 2 weeks of food. They had 4 days of hope, wearing a 2-week costume. Someone opens the last easy box, and the room goes quiet. But here's where it gets worse. Food isn't even your biggest lie. Water still charges 20 liters a day, whether you feel hungry or not. Stop guessing, count out loud. An adult burns roughly 2,000 calories a day. 5 people, 10,000 a day. That full pantry vibe of 40,000 calories, that's 4 days, not a month. Ration on day 1 or mourn on day 14. Kids get routine, adults get honesty. Cold math, hope is not a supply. Write the numbers on the wall where your family can see them, or day 14 will write them for you. Day 30. The food holds, the door holds. Then the headaches start. What they don't tell you, a sealed room can smother a family that did everything else right. You can stock a year of food and still lose in a sealed box. 5 lungs, 0 sky. Carbon dioxide climbs every minute you breathe. And foggy brains open hatches. Outdoors, CO2 sits around 400 parts per million. At 1,000, the room turns stuffy. Push toward a few thousand, and judgment fails. The same judgment that keeps the door shut. Scheduled ventilation, working filtration, a hand crank backup. The bunker fantasy dies here. LED lights and nice paint mean nothing if the filters clog. Secret. You can beat the blast and still lose to your own lungs. Air is a supply. When it climbs, hatches open. When hatches open, families end. Day 45. 2 in the morning. Forget CO2 for 1 second. Something is hitting the hatch. And this is where the billionaire tours go silent. Scratching, then voices, maybe neighbors, maybe strangers. One adult moves toward the door. We have to help. Freeze that moment, because this decision was supposed to be made on day 1, not now, at 2 in the morning. Every minute that door is open, you gamble 45 days of decay, every liter left, and every breath of filtered air. For people you cannot vet in the dark. Hero movies kill families. Pre-written rules save them. Your heart at 140 beats a minute is not a decision maker. A day 1 protocol is: who decides, what proof, what never happens, no light leaks, no cracked seal, no bargaining. Mistake number 5, writing your ethics at the worst possible moment. Decide your door rules when everyone is calm, or the knock will decide them for you. Day 60. The gear is still on the shelves. The family is not. Secret. Most bunkers don't fail as buildings, they fail as households. Sleep frays, someone snaps over nothing, the kids stop playing. Look at the wall of days. Now let's kill the fantasy completely. Atlas-class shelters sell from $20,000 to $20 million. Spas, theatres, wine cellars, and they still fail as households. Spas don't filter fallout. Wine cellars don't scrub CO2. The only luxury that works underground is free. And most families never pack it. Discipline on a schedule. Wake at the same hour. School in a box. Chores. Lights that fake the sun. Bright at morning, warm at night. Submarine crews run 90-day routines exactly like this. It's not decoration, it's medicine. And nobody quits the plan alone. Under 7 hours of sleep, judgment breaks. What they don't tell you. Steel doesn't fail first, households do. The bunker is a machine. Your family is the operating system. Day 74. You haven't seen the sky in over 2 months. Then the radio coughs. And for the first time, the outside world talks back. A scrap of a voice, a list of towns. Hope floods the room. And hope is exactly when hands reach for wheels. One hopeful broadcast is enough to make someone reach for the door. Ration the radio like water. Minutes a day, confirmed facts only. Silence is not all clear. One voice is not a map. And the battery math. A radio sipping even half a watt for hours will murder a small battery bank. Plan 10 minutes on the hour, not an all-night vigil. Secret. The radio is not hope. It's a fuse. Ration it, or one scrap of a voice will spend your judgment and open your door for you.
Day 90.
Stop. This next sentence is how almost survivors die. We made it. Let's just go look. 10 days early. 3 feet of earth to 0. That sentence has killed more almost survivors than empty shelves. Your brain is bargaining. The radiation outside is not. Recon is a mission, not a mood. Cover your skin, filter your breath. Minutes, not hours. A return protocol agreed before the door moves. Because stepping out trades known air for unknown air. And your 3 feet of earth drops to 0 the moment you climb the stairs. Leave 10 days early and you torch 200 litres of water margin for a family of 5, for a peak you can't unsee, and a door you can't fully trust again. Mistake number 6. Confusing endurance with permission. Day 90 isn't graduation. It's the final exam's warning bell. Day 100. The number you survived for. The number that feels like a finish line. It isn't. Before the wheel turns, stack the only things that mattered. Seconds, litres, honesty, air, door rules, sleep, restraint. Miss one, and day 100 is just a number painted on a wall above a family that already lost. So, will the bunker save your family or become the quietest place they die? Here's the cold answer. The hatch cannot love you. The steel cannot think for you. If you run the systems, the bunker is a bridge. If you don't, it's a sealed room that waits, while your family runs out of the wrong thing first. The family on your screen made it, not because the bunker was expensive, because the discipline was. But the most dangerous day is not the day the sky goes white. The most dangerous day is the day you open the door. Because outside is not back to normal. It's a new set of clocks, residual hazard, bad water, desperate people, and a brain that wants the nightmare to be over so badly, it will lie to you. Opening the door is when most people die. In part 2, we walk the first hours after unsealing, step by step. So when your hand finally turns that wheel, you don't trade 100 perfect days for one fatal minute.